Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, smoke you what you seen and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we heard.
What's up? What it do? We back.
We made it.
We made it. Smoke dog.
What up?
What number this is, folk?
What are we on? 26?
And I better get it right in Spanish. You better give me 26 right in Spanish, Smokey.
26.
Bruh, I promise you he been practicing that all week.
I've been practicing.
What's up with you, bro?
A lot. What's up with you is the question.
Life, bro. I'm loving it, living it. Hey, man, we want to welcome y'all back to the 26th episode of the Trash Talk Podcast. And do we have an episode for you today?
Yeah, we got an episode and a half.
Episode and a half. And
a little extra on the side.
Sprinkle a little bit in there, just a smidgen. But yeah, man, so anything new going on with you, broski?
Not as much as you, obviously.
What do you mean?
We've been really busy this week, man. We're kind of late getting these shows out. Promise, though, we are working. I mean, we're doing the podcast right now, as you can see, as you are watching us.
Right.
And we got the sports show coming up, so they'll be out back to back, maybe simultaneously. Who knows? They will be. Also, I went on a very popular show on YouTube called Fight the Flat Earth. But yeah, we'll get into that later in the episode. Because basically what happened is, I have some questions about the Earth being flat, and I went onto a YouTube channel promoting the hell out of me and Smokey's show, The Trash Talkers, and just wanted to see if he could do an explanation of some of the or answer some of the questions that I had. But speaking of that, we probably got a lot of new viewers watching us right now, so we would like to say what's up.
What's up?
I'm glad you're checking this out. Please hit the like button, the thumbs up. Please hit that bell, turn on the notifications, and select it to notify you every time we have a new show go live. Because then you can watch us and check out our pretty faces every week. And you can interact with us, Tell us what you like, what you don't like. You can hate on us in the comments because a lot of you are already doing that. I love it, man.
I do too, bro. I'm not gonna lie, man. Let's get into our Georgia, Florida, man, because we got a lot to talk about, bro.
Segments.
What's going on in the state of Florida, bro?
Florida. All right, Florida man. You don't know what Florida's man's up to this week?
No, I've heard some crazy things, but you might have something crazier.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's crazier than the one you saw, but Florida man arrested after pelting girlfriend with McDonald's sweet and sour packets.
Throwing them at her?
Yes.
Dude, this is the second Florida story that happened to have some kind of cheeseburger or some fast food.
McDonald's, yeah.
Yeah, what happened?
When the guy face palmed the McDonald's.
Yeah, you gonna eat this cheeseburger, boy.
Wake up.
Right.
All right. Florida man pelted his girlfriend in the head and face area with sweet and sour sauce packets Sunday because he was angry she had bought the wrong food from McDonald's. A felony battery complaint said.
That was a felony?
That was a felony battery complaint. He hasn't been charged yet, of course. That's what the felony complaint alleges.
Wait a minute. That should just be a simple battery charge.
A misdemeanor?
Yeah, I mean, that's crazy.
Well, let's get into it. Jesus Oscar Ferrer Jr. Is it Jesus or Jesus? Because he doesn't look Hispanic, but maybe he is.
I'm sure it's Jesus.
Do
you know anybody personally named Jesus?
No.
I've seen one movie. There was a basketball movie.
Yeah, lots of people have been named that, of course.
What was that basketball movie with Ray Allen? Hoop Dreams?
It may have been.
You know what I'm talking about?
White Man Can't Jump?
No.
Above the Rim?
No.
That was Tupac.
I'm talking about Ray Allen, but his name was Jesus. But go ahead.
Okay. All right. Jesus Oscar Ferrer Jr., 30 years old, attacked his girlfriend with whom has a child.
Wow.
In the couple's motel room in Tampa, Florida, they left that out, police said.
All right. A struggle ensued, and Ferrer allegedly pinned his girlfriend to the ground. He placed his palm on her face, another face palm, and pressed her head into the ground with his body weight, which prompted the woman to rip off part of his beard.
No way.
By the time officers arrived, Ferrer had fled the motel, according to the complaint. He was arrested and booked into the Pasco County Jail on a charge of felony battery. So it was more than just the sauce.
Yeah, he did see, they didn't put that in the headlines, but go ahead.
He made his initial court appearance Monday. Ferrer was charged with battery earlier this year.
Okay. All right, go ahead. Sorry.
Involving the same woman at another motel, the report said. He pleaded no contest to the misdemeanor charge, was sentenced to time served and a $750 fine and court costs, according to the report.
Okay, Mr. Jesus, Mr. Jesus, this is my advice to you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
This is your second time getting into some altercation where there were charges filed against you on this lady.
Yes.
Step away.
This reminds me of a post I made recently on one of the social media outlets. I said, if you are over 30 and you're still on that BFGF drama, you probably need to grow up. You know, either leave the significant other or stop complaining and fighting.
One of the two. I mean, it's pointless for you to sit there and just constantly, go back and forth with somebody when you're not seeing eye to eye. And not only that, you got a battery charge first.
Yes.
And then you threw some sweet and sour sauce at her, and now you're facing a felony.
And she took him back, apparently. Why? I mean, I know why.
Why? Please explain to me why. I think I know why, but please explain.
Because the female probably had violent parents, and this is what she knows. So she gets into a relationship with a violent, significant other, and that leads her down the same path that her parents went down, and she thinks this is just normal. This is what people do. She gets hurt a time or two. She calls the police, and it's over. But then she's sitting at home thinking,
damn,
I do love him.
Yeah, that's it.
I do love him. I think he'll get better.
Is that how she sounds?
Probably. Probably just like this.
No, but you're right, man. A girl that grows up in a household where she sees her dad beat her mom.
Yes.
And they reconcile after that, and then in her head, she being such a young child that's growing and developing into a woman, so she's like, the only way that a man can truly love me is by slapping me and punching me.
Obviously, if he gets violent, he has feelings for me.
And I've listened to some interviews of pimps. If y'all don't know Magic Don Juan or Fillmore Slim or
Mr. White Folks.
Yeah, or Sugar Free.
Yeah.
Excuse me, guys. If you don't know them, he said all of these pimps said that those girls will not give you respect until you put hands on them.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
It is.
But you're also talking to a guy who enjoys the choke a bitch.
Okay. Well, that they grow up in violent situations, so violence is normal, and that's how you show love.
Right.
And it intrigues me that in the moment, like, when you're taking your significant other back after a violent altercation, why do you not think about how you felt in the moment that the altercation was happening? And what makes you think after several times that person is going to change?
Maybe they didn't think about it. Maybe
obviously not.
Maybe, like you said, maybe they just think this is what love is.
Yeah.
They're probably not used to guys opening doors. They're not used to flowers. They're not used to thank you letters.
No.
They say chivalry is dead, which I disagree with.
It doesn't have to be.
Do you think chivalry is dead?
No. Why does it need to be?
Because women say that men aren't respectful and don't do these things.
Yeah, but I'm saying any individual can change that at any moment.
True.
You can prove to a female that you are still chivalrous.
I am very chivalrous. I open doors. Ladies first. You order first. I'm always like that. And you can't say chivalry is dead because you just dating a deadbeat dude.
Yeah.
If he's not showing chivalry, you know?
Exactly. But then there is the whole women's right movement and how a lot of women think it's degrading to have
I can hold my own door.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And that muddies the waters a little bit.
Exactly. We can talk about that. Y'all go check out the feminism episode. It was a great one.
Yes.
But let's get into what's going on into the great state of Georgia.
OMG.
OMG, y'all. A two-year-old. I'm going to say this one more time. A two-year-old. Dos. Drives truck into a woman's house.
Okay.
OMG. A toddler, this is the story. A toddler can really drive you through the roof, or in this case, through the wall.
I saw that one coming from a mile away.
Kathleen Williams told WXIA they returned to their Grayson, Georgia home Wednesday to find that someone drove a red pickup truck into their house. As it turns out, that someone was a 2-year-old toddler.
Wow.
A neighbor across the street admitted to police that he was unloading the pickup with his toddler in the cab, and the boy managed to put the truck in gear. The vehicle then rolled down at a fairly slow speed across the street. Gwinnett County Police Captain said Jake Smith told WXIA no one was injured in the incident. The crash broke gas and water lines, 2 windows, and left a large hole in the outside wall. But the Williams say they aren't angry with the neighbor because it was only an accident.
Understandable.
2-year-olds aren't the only ones who are menaces behind the wheel.
92-year-olds are also.
Right. What do you think about this?
Does it say the person's name? I imagine not, because I don't know if any files were charged.
You talking about the house?
Any charges were filed.
The lady's house that it got ran into?
No, either one. The actual family of the child.
Well, the lady's house was Kathleen Williams.
Okay.
They don't mention the child.
I know a lot of people in Grayson, so I'm just curious.
I do too, actually. But obviously they're not going to give a 2-year-old child
Of course,
name
but I was wondering if the parents may have been on the report.
No, but Miss Kathleen. So, what do you think?
Oh, I think this could be a situation where, you know how a lot of people will think it's funny if you have your kid sit in your lap and drive the turn the steering wheel, so the kid thinks, oh, this is normal. I know how to put this thing in drive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pop in my Easy E tape. put my sun visor down. Daddy
Toddlers
does it.
in the hood always hard.
Boom.
What
and
happened?
then get out the car. And what's crazy? This kid probably won't get any punishment. You know, you did bad.
Yeah.
You're gonna go on Santa Claus's naughty list this year.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's crazy. But he broke a water line, a gas line. Should the parent be the one paying for these damages?
Yeah, I would say so, but I'm sure it's covered under like homeowners insurance. Yeah.
I do have a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I have a kid, which I don't have any kids, right?
Yeah.
And let's say, Smoke, look, bro, I need a favor. I got a 3-year-old little boy, right?
Yes.
I need you to babysit for me. Can you do that for me? Just for a day. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
So your kids, and my kid is with you at Walmart, right?
Yes.
So while you're watching my kid gets a brick and throws it through the jewelry case and breaks all the glass.
Mm-hmm.
We go to court. Walmart takes us to court. Who should have to pay for that broken glass? You, because you were watching my child, or me, because I'm the parent?
Wow, that's a tough situation. I'm sure a lawyer could make money off of both of them, if considering some of these scandalous lawyers out here.
Right.
That's really tough.
Think about that.
Man, maybe I would think what would be fair would be both parties.
So
now, if the person who is watching the child can actively prove that they were trying to prevent the situation.
So you're watching my kid.
Yes.
And you call me, look, bruh, there's a $60,000 civil suit that we got to go to Walmart. You got to pay it. I'm going to be like, what you mean I got to pay it? You weren't watching my kid.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. There's got to be cameras or something at that Walmart. So if, you can prove like he's like watching the kid, and not just letting him run about the store, and he's like, oh, no, stop, and then.
Yeah, but so if this was.
And you can't just beat the kid in the middle of Walmart.
Of course not.
You can't beat him anywhere.
Right.
So,
but if this really happened, would you say, you know what, bro, I should have been watching them. I'll take care of it.
oh, I would.
You
Yeah.
would?
Yeah.
You wouldn't say this is your badass kid.
I mean, it also, man. Okay, if you put it like that, like if you're saying I've got to pay $60,000.
Okay, let's say $6,000.
$6,000. You know, is there any insurance that would cover that? Probably not, right?
I wouldn't think so.
Yeah. I mean, it is a freak accident considering it's a toddler.
But the person watching that toddler.
Yes.
So you should be held responsible. I wasn't there. If I was there, my child wouldn't have done that.
But I think morally it comes down to, did you raise a badass kid?
He might be bad, but you wasn't watching him. He ain't never did that with me.
Well, there you go.
So you would pay it.
I say it's 50-50.
So you would make me pay half of it.
I mean, I would say if I'm watching them, I would be like, yeah, I should have been on that kid.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was negligent for letting it happen. But then again, there's also a responsibility of the parent for raising a badass kid.
I was not there, and my kid ain't never showed me any of these symptoms. We're
Well,
talking like I have a kid right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
but this is the theoretical, this is the hypothetical situation. It should be, the blame falls on both parents. You don't think so?
I think it's
just
100%
because it's never
your
done
fault.
it with you.
100% your fault.
Because if I raise the kid's not going to do that in any situation.
So I'm watching your kids.
Yes.
And they're at the mall and they stealing video games and walk out.
My kids are not going to do that because I raised them right.
My kid wouldn't do that because I raised them right.
Well, see, that's not if it's your kid that actually did it.
Wait,
If it was my kid and I'm thinking I raised them right. And
but when they with me,
happened, yeah, if it actually happened, then yes, part of the blame falls on me.
So do I pay for that? Them stealing the games?
Half and half. I mean, morally, we're talking about morally. This is probably not going to fly in court.
Right.
And the judge is just going to pick one of you two and make you pay it.
Who do you think the judge would pick? I honestly think he would pick whoever's watching the child.
Probably so.
Yeah.
But morally, it should fall on both of them because, for one, you should have raised a decent kid, and for two, that guy should have been watching the kid and not letting him run around the store breaking stuff.
Well, like you said, I raised my kid right. He ain't never did that with me.
Exactly.
Anyway.
Don't even think about it.
Right. That's OMG. So, y'all, let's get into Explain This. For all of our new subscribers watching this, we do this every week. And what Explain This is when it's my week to pick out and explain this topic, I bring up paranormal pictures or, unexplained phenomenons. And when Smokey does it,
I bring up mugshots.
And they're so hilarious. They're so funny.
Go back and watch some of them because mugshots are, as we've discovered, are worse than driver's license pictures.
100%. All right, so I'm going to show you this picture, Smokey.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want you to describe what you see to the people. What do you see in this picture, Smoke Dog?
Let's see. What do we see? All right, this is a military photo from long ago. Ah, I see it now because of the little highlighted area. There is a ghostly figure looking over the shoulder of one of the comrades here.
Are you reading the caption?
No. I see the title is called Freddy Jackson.
Oh, Freddy Jackson. Michael Jackson, brother. Freddy Jackson.
All right, I'm trying to, in the big picture, locate where the guy is standing that they have highlighted. And it's hard to tell.
You can see?
Give me a hand. Is he top left, bottom
top
right?
Top left, I think. The highlighted thing should be pointed directly at it.
It's not. There's not a point.
Yeah.
Show me.
Well, I'm going to get into...
okay, but if I were to just give some explanation of why that would happen, if you want to go the paranormal route, one of the falling comrades, one of the fallen soldiers, photobombed his old buddy.
Right.
From troop number 415.
Okay, my phone has very low quality, but it's this guy right here. You can't really see it, but he's behind that guy.
All right.
You want to see it again?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is an interesting one, and I wanted to bring it up. It's actually a popular one, but I figured, why not? on the Trash Talkers before we get into some flat Earth discussion?
Yeah, and it's clearly not somebody who was actually supposed to be in the photo.
Wait till you hear the backstory.
Okay.
All right. The name of this picture is called Freddy Jackson. It says, excuse me.
He was the guy that was supposed to be in the Jackson 6.
Right. Well, Michael Jackson actually had a brother.
Yeah, it was Freddy Jackson.
Yeah. It says some people, whether alive or dead, hate to miss photo op. Freddy Jackson, a mechanic in the Royal Air Force during World War I, was killed by an airplane propeller around 1919. On the day of Jackson's funeral, a group photo was taken of his squadron, which had served aboard the HMS Daedalus. Jackson, so the story goes, did not want to be left out of the photo, even after death, and his face can be glimpsed behind the 4th Airman from the left in the back row. The photo was not made public until 1975, when it was revealed by a retired RAF officer, Victor Goddard, who had been in Jackson's squadron. Many of the details of this much-repeated story, however, have been called into question, along with the photo's legitimacy. Turns out, photo experts have proved that this is a legitimate photo from from the 1900s. So, what do you think about that, man?
So, if we are to believe that this is completely legitimate, then there's a case for a ghostly sighting.
Right. Which no one saw except on film.
Yes.
And they say that's one of the only ways to detect a ghost is with electromagnetic frequencies through your house, like testing if there's
yeah, they use those little gimmicks that they use.
Is it a gimmick?
You could say that.
Shout out to the trash talker Jason Law, because he hears some of our podcasts and he's like, bro, something's in your house, which I don't think there is.
So he's hearing something on our podcast.
Yes, he's like, bro, there's something in your house. But
is that why
Big?
Where is Big
Oh,
Bird?
heck no.
Big Bird freed himself?
What? I don't remember. Okay, let's just get off of that.
Listen, hold on. We got to explain that. Big
He
Bird.
still got the nails in his hand, bro.
This is stigmata, dude.
Wow. Y'all, I promise y'all, I did not take this off. Okay.
Now, we had Big Bird sitting up here one time. This is a short synopsis of what happened. Big Bird was sitting up here, and we decided to do a flat earth debate, so Big Bird dipped.
I'm out.
He just got up and left and hid.
Go watch that episode.
We got mad about it, and we crucified him to the Irish flag.
Guess where Big Bird is now? No, we did something before that with Big Bird. Remember we put him hanging?
Oh, yeah, we hung him first.
We God, we are so mean to Big Bird. We hung Big Bird upside down.
And he escaped from there.
He escaped from there. So we said, you know what? We're going to sacrifice your ass.
Yeah.
We crucifying you.
Wow.
And he said, yeah.
And there's no killing Big Bird.
Nah, Big Bird ain't going nowhere. But nah, shout out to Jason Law, man. He was like, look, bro, I'll get the equipment to test, like, I don't know if it's whatever the electromagnetic something.
Yeah, I haven't watched Ghost Adventures in so long, but
you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know the devices they're using.
Yeah.
You know what I always hated, though? They would use those little scanners that go through the FM and or AM frequencies, and then they pick up voices here and there, and they're like, this is the ghost talking to us. Like,
well, I don't know. We do enough podcasts to where you can see, I believe in that stuff, man.
You do?
I kind of do. I mean, I don't know. I think I've told the story before where we were at my granddad's funeral or grandma's funeral, and everyone was in the house and nobody smokes in this house. But my grandmother used to love these cigars.
Yeah.
No one smokes in this house.
Well, that's a common phenomenon when you can smell.
I mean, it literally
remnants of your passed on.
Yeah, a freshly lit cigar.
Yeah, cigars, pipes, colognes.
Flowers.
Yeah, deodorants. Yeah.
That's crazy. But anyway, Smoke Dog. Let's get into some good old-fashioned trash talk. Booyah! I was waiting on the booyah. But, yeah, so I did a discussion. I wouldn't call it a debate. I have questions about the Earth being shaped as a sphere or the Earth being shaped as a plate or a round Earth versus disc. Yeah. So there's a popular YouTube channel, and I want you guys to go check him out. Go subscribe to his channel. It's called Fight the Flat Earth. He invited me onto his show.
He's doing the Lord's work.
Yes, he is. He's giving the vengeance.
Yes.
But I told him, look, man, I got some questions. I'd love to be a part of your show, and I would love for you to try to answer some of the questions I have. So I did, and Smokey, this my dog. So he's one half of the Trash Talker. So he's watching this guy has live comments. They're going in left and right.
Yes.
So from your perspective, what did you see from that interview?
As far as what?
As a collective, what did you think of everything?
I saw a man who claims to have a physics degree, and I have no reason not to believe him, tell you the exact same things that I've been telling you all along, but you don't believe me.
Keep going.
It takes a man who claims to have a physics degree before you'll actually believe any of it. Even though I told you the exact same things.
Okay.
As he told you.
What did you think about some of the comments people were saying about me?
Oh, they were harsh.
How harsh?
Very harsh. This is like... I think they wanted to crucify you with Big Bird.
Again, this happens on the podcast. Never mind, I got it. Go ahead.
They wanted to see you hanging up there with Big Bird.
Why? What were they saying?
Because they're internet trolls, man. This is YouTube, and people are anonymous on YouTube, so they can say whatever they want without repercussion. So they were giving you the business. They were treating you as if you were one of those guys coming in here saying, I know everything. You all are stupid.
Right.
And I am the most brilliant person on earth. So F all of you. That's the way they treated you. Like you were saying that, so they were retaliating.
Did you agree with any of the things that some of these comments were saying?
Oh, there were some good ones, of course. I mean, there's thousands of comments that were scrolling through, so there were definitely some good ones. There were some people that were
on my side.
Yeah, and there were some people like, hey, telling the other commenters like, y'all need to settle down. This guy's actually doing it the right way.
Right. And I'm glad you said it like that, because after watching his channel, he'll do interviews with flat earthers, and you have to admit, I don't care who you talk to, just bringing up flat earth, it sounds ridiculous, right?
Yeah, and it also sets people off
immediately.
Just like if you were at a conservative party or get together and you go, you know what, I get offended by things.
Oh, that's going to take us off right there.
Yes.
But what got me so interested about going onto this show is watching, like I said, I don't know if the earth is flat, I don't know if the earth is round, but I have legitimate questions. So when I see these people go onto a huge platform and literally, well, you don't know, you're stupid.
Yeah.
And dude, the last guy he had on there, once Flat, he told me to call him Flat. Once Flat started breaking everything down, like saying, this is how this happened, this is how this happened. You just don't understand. And I think his name is Nathan. Nathan, if you're watching this, I want to get you on the podcast. I want to have a conversation with you. But he's like, you don't understand. And you know what? Since you don't understand, I'm going to leave. And then Flat's like, oh, so you're just going to run away like a little girl. Run away with your, I'm leaving. Bye. Like, bro, you're talking about one of the most non-credited topics you can bring up, and you expect people to not, and then you're acting like that, like
you believe something that less than 1% of the entire world believes,
a tenth of 1%,
and you're gonna get mad that people don't believe like you,
right?
Yeah,
that's why I wanted to go on there, to have a civil conversation. And like I said, y'all, I don't have a degree in astrophysics. I mean, or physics, quantum physics, aerospace, astronomy. I don't have a degree in any of these things. I just have questions. I mean, so yeah, Smokey's right. You, a few things he said, you said, like the relative.
I mean,
thing.
I have a generalized understanding of physics and quantum physics. I don't have a degree in anything.
Right.
But I do have somewhat of an understanding of the laws of relativity. Let's put it that way.
See, okay, now, he clarified the density and buoyancy thing. He made a great point, and he explained it to where a lot of people haven't explained it to me.
Yeah.
And that made sense.
Yeah. He can use words that a physicist knows.
Right. Like, I can't remember verbatim how he said it, but, like, basically, okay, it can't be density because what's surrounding it. Guys, go check it out. It's on his channel, Fight the Flat Earth. I can't remember how he said it, but he explained it where it actually kind of made sense. The density and buoyancy. Now,
It's much better than the way I would put it. Like, okay, but if you take density out of the equation, then what's making it fall? You know.
Okay.
And if you were in the vacuum of any kind of vacuum, you don't even have to be of space, but the vacuum. If you vacuum out all atmosphere,
right,
to where there is no surroundings to compare the density to, it still falls. So therefore, that is proof of gravity.
Well, even Neil deGrasse Tyson says we don't know what gravity is. We can only tell you what it does.
Exactly.
So if you don't know what something is, why are you...
Because there's so many laws that pertains to this thing. You know, I was going to kind of make the comparison to dark matter and dark energy.
Well, we don't know what that is.
We don't. But this is actually more localized than that, of course, because we can feel it affecting us every day. And you can actually create a vacuum.
True.
Scientifically.
True. But, so you can do that experiment on your own, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can't do an experiment to where you make water stick to a ball. And I know exactly what you're going to say.
Yeah.
But one thing that he didn't sell me on, one thing that I'm still kind of curious on, is, okay, he said that, yes, the camera that was on the moon in 1972 is still there. The moon rover is still there from the time we went to the moon. So if we have this rover on the moon right now that is sending HD pictures back to Earth every single day, and all these people saying, well, you can't see, if I can pull out a telescope and I can zoom in on the moon, how come I can't see the flag on there? How come I can't see rover tracks? And what he said is, it's so big, you can't get. But my point is, but I can see Jupiter. That's a long, far away.
Jupiter is gigantic.
Okay, I can see Pluto.
Yeah, I mean, with the right telescope.
So I can see Pluto with that telescope.
But I do like what he said. I mean, it makes sense that why is any space agency concerned with disproving Hollywood?
Think about, no, not disproving Hollywood, but think about, okay, why do people go to look at the Statue of Liberty? It was a gift from France.
I heard your argument for that.
I mean, you gotta feel me a little bit. Like, if this was a gift from people, travel from all over the world just to see something that happened years and years and years and years ago. So, do you not think that the American people want to see something where the first humans landed on the moon? Just show us the landing site, show us the flag, show us the camcorder that recorded it.
I'm sure in time there will be visits there that we could take.
They've been there since '72.
Yeah, but we don't have the technology to load everyone in a MARTA bus and send them to the moon to see it.
If a rover is taking pictures, drive to the location and take a picture.
Are we sure that's never happened?
From what he said, there is none. And he said the reason why is because why would they? We've already done that. I mean, but my thing is, why go to the Statue of Liberty? They've already bought it to us. Why? Why go see the Liberty Bell? Because
that's
it's
what
history.
I'm saying. Once technology is at a level where you can do that, I'm sure there will be guided tours, and they're like, "Hey, this is the lunar rover. You know, this is the American flag that Buzz Aldrin planted."
Would you not want to see that?
Or was it Neil Armstrong? Which one planted the flag?
I think they both went on there.
Yeah, but which one planted the flag?
Good. I want to say Neil.
Okay.
I mean, he was the one that
made the first steps.
One small step for man,
one giant leap for mankind. Which is. That phrase makes no sense. If
Zero.
You really
that makes no sense.
But he was trying to say something philosophical and
he's up there in one
epic
earth
in the moment.
Yeah,
you know,
he's probably zooted out of his mind. Like, one jump for frogs, 2 light bulbs.
But Neil, no, Buzz over here. That's not gonna work. You got anything better than that?
How about one small step for man? One giant leap for mankind.
Well, that's almost philosophical.
We'll do it.
Run it.
We'll take it.
They'll like that.
Yeah, but I just think it's weird that you go to all these canyons on the moon, and bro, y'all can go to Google right now, and apparently NASA's sending pictures right now from the moon rover of these HD pictures. So if we're seeing all of these things, there's a way to shut all flat earthers up. And of course, a lot of flat earthers are going to say, oh, it's all fake. This is all planned. This is a propaganda move.
See, that's a problem I have, is when no matter what evidence you come up with, the answer is a fake.
I didn't say that once.
No, but I'm saying that's what a lot of flat earthers do.
Right.
They're just like, no, that's fake.
But would you not like to see a picture of where we first landed on the moon? Would you not want to see that?
I don't really, to me personally, I don't really care.
So, would you like to see that picture?
I mean, I'd look at it if it was in front of me, but no, I'm not actively seeking it out because it really doesn't matter to me.
Would you like to go to the Roswell site?
It might be a fun outing.
So, would you like to see the Grand Canyon?
I've seen it.
So have I. Would you like to see where the stairs Rocky ran up in the movie?
I've actually seen that too.
Okay, so you saw them, right?
Yeah.
So you like to see these things that are portrayed in American media, but you don't want to see when we first landed on the moon?
Let me preface this by saying, when I saw those historical places along with many others, I was actually out for a different reason and just happened to be in the area.
Yeah, so let's stop.
Hey, you want to go by the Pentagon? Oh,
sure.
Why not?
Just don't go in the Pentagon.
So we have technology one day where they're loading up a Greyhound and they're like, hey, everybody, we're going to be flying out of the atmosphere today. Anybody want to stop by and see the moon? Like, yeah, let's do it.
Sure, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that'll happen eventually. But as far as a picture, like, hey, guys, I really wish NASA would take a picture of that damn flag just so I can look at it. No,
okay,
I really don't care.
Would you like to see a picture of the Milky Way, right?
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it. We've seen renditions because there's never been one that actually flew outside of the galaxy to take a picture of our galaxy.
That's what's got me so skeptical.
Why?
Because we have all these.
Because we don't have the technology to go that far.
But we have pictures to take of Pluto. There are Pluto pictures.
The galaxy is enormous compared to the solar system.
Smokey, I don't think you understand what I'm saying here.
What are you saying?
If we can take a picture of Pluto from Earth, why can't we take a picture of the American flag on the moon? The moon is a lot closer than Pluto.
I don't know. I imagine we could.
You don't think all these amateur people with these telescopes aren't trying to do that?
See, I don't know. I don't know that it hasn't been done.
I
mean, you're the one always saying, I don't know, so I'm just asking questions.
Well, that's what I'm doing. And he couldn't. That's why he actually introduced me to a guy, which we're hoping to have on here very soon. Do you remember his name? I just showed you the email.
The skeptic?
Yeah. No, not the moon landing guy.
Space.
Come on.
Cowboy. Is it
Space Kid? Dude, look, we are not downing you right now. I gotta find it.
Yeah, we just heard about you last night, so
talk to him about
it. Sorry that we haven't committed your name to memory yet, but it's Space something. I do know that. I only saw the email one time, so.
And what does he want to do with us?
He wants to discuss the Apollo 11 mission.
Right. His name is Casual Spaceman.
Close enough.
Right, and I want to address a few of the comments. One comment said that this guy really thought the first time we went into space was Apollo 11. Was he not aware that there was 10 other trips to the moon?
Well, all of the Apollo missions were
not manned.
No, but they were involved in orbiting the moon.
But only the first one, that's what I meant. I knew we had 10 other ones.
Didn't 13 is the one that exploded, right?
Well, 13 is the one where they lost fuel and had to use the moon's trajectory to come back.
Oh, okay.
Slingshot.
Which one was the one that exploded?
That was freak. I know what you're talking about, but this is what's crazy about that. They said 6 astronauts died in that.
Yeah.
5 of those astronauts are still alive.
And you have proof of this?
100%. They go to their school. One's a teacher, one's a firefighter, one's a scientist, and they go to them.
So how do you know this?
I mean, there's pictures. There's a photo where these people are going, hey, I thought you died, and I don't want to talk about it. Get that camera out of my face.
That couldn't have been faked at all.
Could have been.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have been, but the proper sense, their consensus, or the popular consensus is that these people are still alive, all but one. So if everybody blew up in this explosion, why are there still people alive, man?
I would say a popular consensus, but I don't know that you could say consensus because the average person believes that they died.
Yeah.
You know, there may be a popular theory out there.
I mean, they put side by side pictures. Like if I take a picture of you from high school and put a picture of you now, you're still gonna have some resemblance.
Yeah.
You know. So
But then again, I saw Tupac working at the McDonald's drive-thru.
Did you get an autograph from Mr. Machiavelli himself?
No, because he threw the fries at me when I kept saying he looked like Tupac.
California love. Shout out to Tupac.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, but I really appreciate going on to the show, man, and I really hope to have him on again, as well as Casual Space, man. I want Team Skeptic on. I want my dog Smokey Ramirez on there.
Yeah, let's put an end. Well, I can't say we'll ever put an end to the arguments because there's always questions that come up.
Yeah, and you've actually been on record saying yourself that you aren't convinced we went to the moon.
I'm not. Now, I'm not saying that I know for a fact we didn't. That's the problem I have with all conspiracy theorists and YouTube personalities. There was one comment last night.
Oh,
there was
God,
probably many of them. But the one I noticed that made me laugh is like, this guy got his education on YouTube, obviously.
Oh, Lord, man. Look, I told Flat, I'm sorry, I told Fight that, listen, not once did I say I believe in this. Not once did you hear me say I have proof. Mm-hmm. Not once did you hear me say this is what I stand for.
Yeah.
I just have questions.
But they demonized you like you were saying this is exactly what I believe and all you are stupid for not believing it. That's what the commenters heard you say.
Right.
May not be what you said, but that's what they heard you say.
And tell the trash talkers out there, man, the funny one about me smoking cigarettes.
Oh, you were saying that that the Apollo 11, you know, they're going to the moon. They don't know what's going to happen, so it may be a suicide mission. And one of the commenters said, this guy is worried about risk when he's smoking a cigarette.
You're smoking a cigarette and you're talking about other people doing suicide? Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't know, man. It was a great experience. You know, I was glad to be a part of it. And apparently July 20th. Did you see what date that is?
No, I didn't see what day of the week it was.
If we could check that out real quick.
Maybe it's another Monday night debate.
Ooh, maybe. July 20th is a Saturday.
Oh, really? Why would it be on a Saturday?
I don't know. We'll make it work, but we definitely have a debate coming up with a few people about the moon landing and, you know, talking about a little bit more flat Earth, because that's just one. That's the only thing that gets me is if people visit the Mona Lisa and they want to see Van Gogh's paintings, you want to see this because this is history. People want Civil War memorabilia because it's a piece of history. Mm-hmm. You mean to tell me you don't want to see the greatest achievement in mankind's history? You don't want to see that?
I don't. It doesn't matter to me either way, but I'm not collecting Civil War memorabilia either.
Right.
I mean, it really doesn't bother me that much. Maybe you need to find someone who says they know for a fact that it happened to talk to.
Well, that's why I'm interested about this debate that's coming up about the moon landing, because you're on the fence.
Well, I'm on the fence because, you know, like you brought up, the technology in 1969, was it really capable of, were they capable of producing a moon landing? And, you know, the whole Stanley
What do you
Kubrick,
mean producing? Meaning like filmed in a...
Yeah, actually filming in live, real time, a feed coming back of people actually walking up and down the moon. Now with the whole Stanley Kubrick controversy too, saying that he actually built a moon landing set.
Right. Also, who directed that first moon mission?
What do you mean, who directed it?
The director of NASA.
Oh, Wernher von Braun.
And who was he best friends with or really close friends with?
No, that's a little far-fetched.
Just tell the people.
I don't think he was best friends, but he was an acquaintance with Walt Disney, who was a German.
And Stanley Kubrick. So get all three. Get NASA, get an animation guy, and get a director.
But just because there's 7 degrees of such separation between me and Kevin Bacon doesn't mean that me and him co-plotted on making Footloose.
Yeah, you're right. There is something where they say everyone is connected between 4 people. Have you ever heard of that? Everyone
7.
Is it 7?
Yes.
Okay, well everyone's connected between 7 people.
That's why the whole game of 7 degrees of separation of Kevin Bacon. You know, you can connect anyone in the world, anybody you can think of, to Kevin
people.
Bacon by 7 people.
And that's kind of true.
Yeah, like I could say, well, I met Exhibit one time. You know, and he knows
Dr. Dre.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, who knows Brad Pitt, who knows Kevin Bacon.
And Kevin Bacon might
We got it in 4.
And Kevin Bacon might have some relatives in Covington, Georgia that knows one of your friends that knows one of your friends.
Yeah.
I mean, man, we could tie that into the simulation theory.
Yeah.
You could kind of intertwine those two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird how everyone in the entire world is connected, huh?
But think about everyone. Like, think about people. Have you ever heard of the Sentinel Island, where it's a small island where that's untouched from all of humanity? And there was a guy that tried to go there and convert these 4 islanders that has never.
Well, obviously, it's not untouched by humans if there's humans living there.
Well, untouched by
these are indigenous people that have no contact with the outside world outside of theirs, and they are very what's the word? They're very protective. Yeah. And they will try to kill you if you go there.
Right, and they have a very good right to do so. Just a quick story. A guy went to it's called Sentinel Island.
Mm-hmm.
He went there and he was a full believer in Christ, and he did some research and found out this place, they're still using rocks and wood to make fire.
Mm-hmm.
So he said, I'm going to go to this island.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to take a Bible with me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to convert these guys into Christians.
Bad move.
They killed him.
Yes.
They killed him.
That happens, yeah.
Yeah.
Probably ate him, too.
I would not be surprised. And if you look at it from their point of view, okay, first of all, you don't look like us.
Yeah.
You coming into our home territory.
They're seeing aliens.
Basically. Yeah. Basically. And not only that, they might not know this, but you're a Westerner. We're not from the Western hemisphere of the flat Earth. So, your body is immune to certain diseases.
Oh yeah.
If I sneezed right now, you wouldn't get sick.
Yeah.
You sneeze on them people,
they could get sick and die.
The entire population.
Because they have no immunity to the bacteria that we could be carrying.
What was the
and
word?
And we could have no immunity to the ones that they're carrying.
Right. What was the word I was looking for?
As far as what?
Your immune system. Yeah. There you go.
Okay.
Trash talkers.
Jackie show.
No, trash talkers. We running this thing, man. No, man, but it was great, Smokey. It was great. Yeah. And we're going to keep networking, man. He's got the Sportscast coming up with our fellow German trash talker Alex coming up.
Alex. What is Alex's last name? Do you know?
G.
Alex G. Trebek, maybe? You don't know.
I just call him Alex G. That's my boy, man.
Yeah. Alex is a G, man. That dude is smart, dude. To be the age he
so
is,
young.
And he has a better grip on the English language than anybody in this area does.
That's crazy. A foreigner has a better
understanding
of the English language.
That's English crazy. Language arts.
We sitting over here talking about, now I'm talking about, hey man, we went down the street the other day doing this, and he's like,
hey bruh,
hey, what's that?
What it do?
He like, well, the proper way to actually speak these words would be to pronunciate with the proper vernacular.
You're German. Be German.
Shout out to the German trash talkers.
Oh, yeah. I love those guys.
Yeah, man. But, you got anything else for the people, Small Dog?
Nah, I guess that about covers it for this week, man. Once again, thank you if you're new for checking us out. We know a lot of you guys liked it. And you are liking what we're doing, so thank you. This is a organic grassroots operation that we are running here. Low budget, but we are doing it, and one day we will. What's the word I'm looking for? We will
prosper. We will grow, and we can only do that with the help of who?
you, the trash talkers out there in trash talk land.
Yeah,
The
trash
trash
talk.
talk universe is growing.
Sure, if you want to call it a universe, we can call it that.
It is the trash talk universe.
Yeah, man, but y'all stay tuned for a lot more. We got so much coming. We're just very busy and we're trying to get everything together, but I'm looking forward. We're all, if anybody's watching this, and if anybody knows somebody who is an atheist or a devout Christian or believes in reincarnation or doesn't believe in God at all, if y'all know anybody who has strong religious views, please get with us, because I know somebody that would like to have a conversation with them.
Yeah, I know one of those dudes too that would like to have a conversation with him. So it would be interesting to watch.
I would have to agree.
Hey, anybody want to debate anything?
Anything.
They hear what we say, and you don't agree with us?
Come debate
us.
Let's talk. Prove me wrong.
Yeah, that should be like remember Penn and Teller had the show Fool Me?
Fool me. I love that.
Yeah,
dude,
that was awesome.
You know the chick on there?
Yeah.
She was in American Pie, right? She was.
The co-host.
Yeah,
or whatever?
I stuck a flute on my that chick.
Yeah, yes, it was that girl. Yes.
I don't know why. I think she is.
This one time at band camp.
Yeah, she's that chick. Bro,
Yeah.
I think she is one of the most beautiful women
She
on earth.
is.
She is beautiful.
Remember, what was it? Not Another Teen movie or disaster movie or one of those movies, one of those parody movies she was in. She's hot.
She's gorgeous, man. It's
Yeah.
just something about her, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for checking out the 26th episode of the Trash Talk. That's due 6 in this thing. My name is Behringer, Hollywood 6 Bynes.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Cowan.
You want to say it? I'm going to give you the opportunity to say it.
I love you guys.
And so do I, y'all.
I love the haters too.
Oh, man.
I love reading those comments. They're so awesome.
Well, they're not directed towards you. They're directed towards me. Imagine how I feel.
No, not all of them.
Let's not end this right here. Can I say one more thing?
Go ahead.
All right, y'all, I got a lot of mean comments on doing
Yeah.
this. I got, you are dumb as a box of rocks.
I've gotten comments where I misspoke about things. Like,
Yeah,
and
now,
it's just in the moment. I mean, everybody misspeaks from time to time.
Right.
You know, you say something and you go back like, oh, why did I say that? That wasn't true. Why did I say that? You know, and then they jump on it. Like, you're the dumbest piece of dirt I've ever seen in my life. Like, no, I misspoke. But I love it.
I mean, me and you.
I love responding
You're
to
right.
Like,
And with me, you know, me getting bombarded by comment after comment after comment, and you're stupid. You don't know what you're talking about. This guy has no education. Imagine if I was a 12-year-old girl.
oh, yeah. This is the reason I speak about the dangers of social media. This exact reason. I can handle it. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, I got that. What is it? IDGAF?
Yeah, I just don't.
Yeah. I got that syndrome. But kids don't.
IJ.
IJ.
IJDAF.
IDG.
IJ.
What is I? Oh, I just don't.
Yeah.
I was just saying I don't.
Oh, okay. IDAGF then.
Yeah. But I got that syndrome. But kids don't have that. And kids are growing up in a social media world.
Right, right.
And I guess another part of this would be they're thinking this is normal now. That this is just how you speak to people that you don't know.
Well, you got to think about it. They grew up in this era.
Exactly.
We didn't grow up with, we can see. Imagine if me and you were back in school where we didn't have cell phones.
Mm-hmm.
But there was.
I mean, but they were primitive at the
Yeah.
time. There were those big block things and
Zach,
little Nokias and stuff.
But now imagine if there was a piece of paper. Every day you left school, you picked it up, and everybody who wanted to say something bad about you was on this piece of paper.
Slam books. Remember
Yes,
those?
I do. You would be like,
social
"What?"
media is anonymous slam books.
Slam book. That's
for the
it.
entire world.
I agree, man. Just y'all be. I'm not gonna tell you what to do. Do whatever you want to do, but just take other people's feelings and consideration. You know, take it to heart, because it doesn't affect everyone the same way it would affect you. You know, like he says, he just don't give a crap.
I don't.
I'm not gonna lie, it kind of hit me a little bit. But after a while, reflecting over it, talking to my mama, I'm just like, you know what, man? Screw him, bruh. You know?
I like it personally because you know what? who is going to be more devoted to your stuff? The casual fan or that hater?
The hater
that is going to watch everything you do
shout out
just
to my
see
haters.
what they can hate on.
Right.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know if you saw this, but I actually posted something on Facebook. Yes, I still use Facebook. That says, shout out to my haters, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to them. I love you guys.
I do too. I love all you guys.
All right. Well, anything else for the people smoked out?
That's about it. Did I say I love you guys?
He did. So let's end it out again with a proper outro. My name is Behringer Hollywood 6 Binds.
I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Cowan.
And we want to thank y'all for checking out the episode 26 of the Trash Talk Podcast.
26.
He loves you, and so do I.
Deuces.
Over and out. Peace.